Let's talk about combat. I know some of you are probably thinking about why. I already know all there is to know about combat, but I bet there's something in here that you might have not known about. People think that when you go straight to combat, you go straight to declare attackers and nobody has a chance to interact, but that's not true. We have the beginning of combat where triggers can go on the stack and players can cast spells or activate abilities. But if you want to deal with this card before the trigger goes on the stack, you have to do it on the main phase, which means if you do it on their main phase, the active player gets priority afterwards and they could do stuff again. Just because they're declared that they're going to combat doesn't mean that they have to move if something happens. And I know the MTR exists, but we're not talking about tournament settings here. And similarly, there's the end of combat step where things can trigger or you can cast spells and activate abilities as well. Reconnaissance is a famous example of one that abuses that. But one trick that people don't realize is, say you attack with something like Kozilek, and your opponent blocks with this human soldier along with this grizzly bear, and you order it so that the grizzly bears takes damage first. Before damage, they play Arc Bond on the soldier token. Well, you could choose to deal all 12 damage to the grizzly bear and leave that soldier token unscathed. They'll keep the soldier token in the end, but then you're not going to trigger off Arc Bond.